Yo guys, welcome back to the channel, and it's Bud Dean 14 here. I'm here for a top 5 video. This is going to be for top 5 wrestlers of all time. So, I've been a professional wrestling fan since like the late 2000s when I was introduced to the video games. Back when WWE was still putting out good quality games like SmackDown vs. Raw 2006, 2007, 2008, and so on and so forth. I really missed that decade of professional wrestling in general, and the video games as well. So here's my top 5 list. So number 5 is going to be Randy Orton. Randy Orton, he's kicking off the list at 5 because I think there's 4 wrestlers that are better in my opinion, but Randy Orton, he's still one of the greatest of all time, so I had to put him on this list. I really like Randy Orton a lot. He debuted in WWE in 2002, and he went on to win multiple championships and just had a very great career. He's currently out with an injury, but there's rumors and shit that he's suspected to return at Survivor Series, which isn't too long from now because that pay-per-view takes place on the 25th of this month. So if the rumors are true, then that'd be a good return for Randy Orton because he's been out of action for well over a year because of the injury that he sustained in a tag team championship match sometime last year in 2022. So he's been out for well over a year now. And I think Randy should come back and maybe be one of the men in the War Games match. That'd be cool. But yeah, Randy Orton overall, I think he's a legendary wrestler. Future Hall of Famer for sure. Also, he's the son of Bob Orton Jr. So, yeah, great wrestler. I definitely love his theme song, Voices, by Rey Theory, and they also have a new version that they put out earlier this year. Like both versions, though. So, yeah, Randy Orton, definitely worthy of being on here. Amazing, and one of the best of all time. Number 4 is going to be John Cena. John Cena, he has won just about every championship you can think of when it comes to WWE. I don't think he's ever won the Intercontinental Championship. I don't think he's ever held that one. But he's held Tag Team Championships. Of course, he's held WWE Championships, World Heavyweight Championships. John Cena's just one of the greatest of all time. No matter what anyone says about John, I personally think he's one of the greatest of all time again. So yeah, John Cena does a lot of great things for people even outside of the ring. He does like charity work like Make-A-Wish and all that good stuff. So John Cena, not only he one of the greatest of all time, he's just an amazing person and does all that good stuff. So yeah, John Cena, he's just another guy who's a future Hall of Famer when it comes to professional wrestling. So number 3 for me is going to be Stone Cold Steve Austin. Sorry guys, I had to look away. I have my list right here on this little paper here, but I have it on the back side so I can have more room to write it on. So yeah, number 3, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Now Stone Cold, he didn't really have a long professional wrestling career like the first 2 wrestlers in the list, that being Randy Orton and John Cena. But Stone Cold, I definitely think he's top 3 material no matter who you're talking about when it comes to professional wrestling. Stone Cold, just an amazing guy, great actor, great wrestler, hell of a promo worker as well. When you seen Stone Cold Steve Austin on the mic, you knew it's him because he would get the crowd's attention. The what chant is so iconic that even the fans use it nowadays towards other wrestlers that currently work for WWE. So that what chant is just iconic. So yeah, Stone Cold Steve Austin, he's just amazing, and I really liked his theme song, Glass Shatters, especially the Disturbed version. Disturbed kicked ass with their version. So, yeah, Stone Cold Steve Austin, easily top 3 material for me. One of the greatest of all time again. For real. And Stone Cold, he definitely deserves his spot in the WWE Hall of Fame. It's a shame his career wasn't as long as it should have been, but due to injuries, he had to retire in 2003, but he did make a return at WrestleMania 38 last year in 2022 and had a match against Kevin Owens, and I thought it was an okay match for what it was. But then I looked up on Wikipedia probably like 2 days ago, and it said that he retired again in 2022. So I guess Stone Cold Steve Austin is retired for good this time around. So number 2 for me is going to be Triple H. Now, without Triple H, I don't think I've ever would have been a wrestling fan to begin with, because playing the WWE games back in the late 2000s, Triple H was one of those guys I would either play as or fight against, but I would mostly play as Triple H back in the late 2000s, early 2010s, when I was first introduced to pro wrestling in general because of the video games. So yeah, Triple H, he's so iconic. Another guy who just done everything. He's held multiple championships as well. Just an overall great guy, and he's currently in charge of WWE, replacing Vince McMahon. Thank goodness, because Vince ruined WWE for way too fucking long, if we're being real here. So yeah, Triple H, definitely another one who deserves everything he gotten throughout his luxurious career. So yeah, Triple H, just amazing. Without Triple H, I don't know if I would even be a fan of pro wrestling in general, to be honest, because he was just one of those guys that introduced me to wrestling, along with some other guys that didn't even make the list. But Triple H, definitely another legend. So number one is The Undertaker. The Undertaker, he's an amazing person. Of course, when you're mentioning The Undertaker, you can't forget the undefeated WrestleMania streak that he had. Unfortunately, it had to come to an end at WrestleMania 30 back in 2014. That was. He lost against Brock Lesnar. But in my opinion, I think The Undertaker should have retired undefeated at WrestleMania. But that's just my opinion, if you guys know what I mean. So, yeah, The Undertaker, just another wrestler that has done it all. And I'm very excited that Undertaker finally got his rightful spot in the WWE Hall of Fame. I think it was in 2022. So, The Undertaker definitely deserves it. Amazing. That WrestleMania streak was fucking amazing. So yeah, unfortunately he did lose, like I'm saying, but I think he should have retired undefeated. But that's just my take on it. So The Undertaker, my favorite wrestler of all time, the greatest of all time, if you ask me. Yes, there's other greats like Triple H, Stone Cold Steve Austin, John Cena, Randy Orton, many other wrestlers, but my number one and favorite wrestler of all time is definitely The Undertaker. And another thing I liked about The Undertaker was he had different gimmicks. He was different from everyone else. He had the Ministry of Darkness, the American Badass, the Dead Man. But my favorite was probably the American Badass, because it always cheered me up when I heard Kid Rock's American Badass song that The Undertaker would use. So yeah, guys, these are my top 5 wrestlers of all time. Let me know y'all's favorite wrestlers of all time and that good stuff. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.